welcome to the brand new episode of Dream Home Season 7, powered by Johnson Tiles, co-presented by ACC Cements, Prayag HPL Wires and Asset Homes. So may I invite a wonderful panel of judges to this beautiful episode, Ms. Sudha, Mr. Jibu John. So on this episode, we present before you Udaysree Home from Thrissur. So judges, let's take a look.
What's up, family? I'm your host Dinesh Karthik and welcome to a brand new episode of Dream Home Season 7. We are at Udaysree House in Thrissur. This is a 4,500 square foot property with 3 bedrooms. Let's take a look. Now this is the front of the house. As you can see, it's so beautifully designed. We have lots of tile work throughout the entire property. Now we have some plants to my left, right, and right in the front. We've got palm trees, coconut trees, and obviously right in front you can see that the house is very traditional look. Now let's see if the inside matches the outside. Hey guys, this is the sit-out area. As you can see, you have to come in through the Kili Vadil, which is awesome. It's so beautiful because it's very traditional. As you can see is the rest of this front of the house. Now right here we've got vitrified tiles right below me. Right over here is actually granite floors. And we have this thing called a charupadi that is actually extended throughout the entire front. And we can sit here, you can relax. Very luxurious. Now right behind me we've got wooden doors, we've got the glass also with the wooden structure right behind it, and all around you can see very beautiful wooden design. We have a Ganesh right above, and overall awesome looking. Let's take a look inside. And this is the living room. As you can see, it is very spacious. Now right above me we have a false ceiling, right below me vitrified tiles. Now behind me and right in front of me we have textured paint. It is a pinkish in color. Now we have very beautiful classic pieces of art all throughout. Artifacts, everything just looks very well put together and definitely matches the theme of the house, which is a very traditional house. We have classic pieces of furniture as well and lots of wood. As you can see, even the furniture is wood. Now let's take a look at the next room. Now I'm standing here in the Nalikette. Now right above me is this beautiful pergola, but this courtyard space is actually used for other purposes. The rainwater that comes in is actually saved and it goes out to an external well which can be used and reused later on. Now to my left we have the first bedroom. We have the kitchen also to my left right in front. the dining area right in front of me, we have one of the bedrooms to my right, and back there we have another bedroom and a puja room. Now you take the staircase to my left, you go upstairs, and it's actually a giant hall, also in the design of a Nalikata. Now let's take a look at all of it. I'm standing here in the dining room. Now before I get into the actual dining room, I would like to say it feels very cool in here, and it's very, very, very hot outside. Now the reason that it's so cool is because of the way that it was built, the Vastu. Now we have a large window to my left and a large opening to my right. We have the courtyard area, and everything put together, it's actually keeping the air circulation going. It's very cool. Now we have vitrified tiles right below me. We have this wooden table with a glass top over it, wooden chairs. We have beautiful orangish reddish chandelier right above me. We have this accent wall, which is also an orangish in color, and obviously the shades. Now let's take a look at the next room. And this is the kitchen. As you can see, it is pretty spacious. We've got bright colors because that definitely adds on to the spaciousness aspect. We've got vitrified tiles right below me. We have an orange color cupboard. It's completely wooden. We have granite tops, and obviously right above we have more cupboards colored in white. Now let's take a look at the staircase. Now this is the guest bedroom. As you can see, we have an accent wall. It's purplish in color. We actually have these curtains that actually match as well. Now we have the door, which also is a shade of purple. We have the dressing area right in front of me with the bathroom attached. We have vitrified tiles right below me. And let's take a look at the next room. And welcome into the master bedroom. Now the coolest thing about this, I'm going to tell you from the get-go, is the floor. This is not your typical flooring. It's actually neem wood, which is used throughout. Just in case you feel sick, you can lie down. You don't even need any bed sheets or any of that. Just straight into there, and apparently it's supposed to be really good for your health. Now we've got a purplish type of wall to my right. Now we have a dressing area right in front and a bathroom right attached. Now as you can see, we have an accent wall which is purplish to my right, and everything else is pink. And that, my friends, was the magic of Udaysree House in Thrissur. I'm your host, Danish Karthik, and I will see you next time.
വീടിന് മുകളിലേക്ക് വീഴുന്ന വെള്ളം മുഴുവൻ ആ നടുത്തളത്തിലേക്ക് കേന്ദ്രീകരിച്ച് അതിനോട് ചേർന്നിട്ടുള്ളൊരു കുക്കർണി എന്നാണ് അദ്ദേഹം വിശേഷിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിനെ. കുക്കർണി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കുളവും കിണറും കൂടിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു അതായത് വെള്ളം നമുക്ക് സംഭരണിയായിട്ടാണ് അതിനെ പറയപ്പെടുന്നത്.
Both of the judges would be having 100 marks each, wherein this 100 marks is again subdivided into 10 different aspects, which includes exteriors, interiors, decor and lighting, landscaping, kitchen, bathroom, flooring, wardrobe, painting and value for money.
A very simple, classy home from my view, but then I'll definitely have to ask the judges on their viewpoints, comments and opinions, starting with Mr. Jibu.
It's a very, very traditionally styled house. I think they've gone for a nice external padipura with laterite stone. Looks very good. And while you come inside, you see a lot of paving and you have a tremendous view of the total house. The attempt, I think, was to do a traditional house, but somehow there are a lot of areas where it doesn't look traditional, in the sense that the color of the roof and the color of the its white walls, but maybe if some laterite also was put into that, maybe they could have more, they could have done it more better. And there is actually a porch which is like a part of the house, but it is done in truss and it is not at all covered or anything. So it actually acts as an eyesore for the entire traditional building. I'll give it a 6.
6 out of 10. Ms. Sudha?
Yeah, actually the first thrill of when you see the padipura and the compound wall completely done in laterite, beautiful proportions, the coping, the detailing in the padipura was really exciting. But as you go in, the excitement sort of decreases and wanes off, basically because of the extent of tiling, which is a huge no-no for me, which by this time I guess you would have known. So it's an extensive tiling, and despite the distance, you can see right across to the edge of the full elevation of the house. So you would probably, I felt that the proportion, there was something wrong with the proportion also, the proportion of the sloping roof seen and the walls seen. This actually is the essence of the Kerala style home, the traditional Kerala style home, which just didn't come out here. The plinth was rather high, the extent of roof that you see was pretty small, and the rest of the points I guess Jibu has mentioned. The carporch looks like an add-on. So overall it's quite a disappointment when you look at the padipura and then at the building. So I'll go for a 6.
6 out of 10. Interiors.
Interiors actually is not living up to what the exterior has done, like a traditional style house. I think interior is totally mismatched. They have a pinkish highlighter wall with white boxes. The sofas, that doesn't match with it. It's a teak sofa. Then again the dining room with a different curtain and dining table. When you go upper floors, they have a lot of brightly colored rooms with there are, all the things are there, but highly mismatched. I'll go for 5.
5 out of 10. Ms. Sudha?
I totally agree with what Jibu said. There's been a lot of work that goes into it. That's what is so disappointing. Starting from the entrance door, you find extensive woodwork, carving on the front door and around the courtyard. It's a courtyard by itself. In fact, in some of the shots look so beautiful, in the sense the eaves are brought down with the wooden rafters, and there's just a granite stone paving in the center, which actually I thought might bring out the traditionality of the whole thing, but the rest of it is just the opposite. So then I'll go for a 5 as well.
5 out of 10. Decor and lighting?
Yeah, earlier I forgot to mention that the courtyard. Courtyard actually they've done it well. But only thing is that things surrounding it is not in tune with that. They've gone for the blackish pillar there, but then all the other things are not in tune with that at all. Decor-wise, the sofas, the dining table, the cords, the curtains, everything is not matching one another. So that creates a disharmony for the entire, when you look at it as a whole project or a whole interior, it is not there. Lighting also, I think that same difference is happening. I'll go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10, Ms. Sudha.
The kind of detailing that they have tried with the charupadi outside in the veranda and the pillars, trying to make the pillars more traditional. Black pillars were quite common in our traditional design, but it stops there. After which it's all trying to look modern. It sort of lost the way in between. So I'll give it a 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. Landscaping.
Landscaping is 5 because I didn't see any landscaping, it's only yard paving.
Okay, so it's 5 out of 10, Ms. Sudha.
Same here, disappointingly yard paved, and I'll give it a 5.
Again, 5 out of 10. Kitchen.
Kitchen, I think it's total drama there with an orange color in the bottom and a white color at the top. So I didn't understand the purpose also, just that it might just stop you and look at it and see what is happening there, because there is suddenly a fusion of colors and that was not needed also. So there is actually a just the color combination also, even the orange below is border and then some veneer or mica similar to it. So it's just not matching up. I'll give it a 5.
5 out of 10, Ms. Sudha.
Yeah, actually if you look at the kitchen in two parts, top separate, bottom separate, you'll think it's two different kitchens. The two just don't relate to one another at all. The top part actually looks quite sleek, and I like the fact that tiles there are very muted in spite of the pattern, printed pattern on the tiles. It's in a very light grey. So you really have to search for a pattern there and then you find it. Of course, the pattern also is not something that I would want to go for, in the sense it depicts a full scene. When you depict a scene, somehow it looks good in the beginning, but later it tends to get a little boring and you get used to it. So you don't want to do that. So altogether, I think the kitchen is a little bit of a mismatch. Let's go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. Bathroom.
Bathrooms are also, they've gone for a white check tiles with black motifs. So there is nothing major added to it. Go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. What about you, Ms. Sudha?
I thought the planning of the bathroom looked a little odd, in the sense they've not tried to go for the dry area and the wet area. Maybe they wanted to keep that also traditional, I don't know. We used to not have dry and wet areas in our earlier bathrooms, but I guess that's a need of the hour. We should be providing that nowadays. So I didn't think it was planned too well, and the tiles also, like Jibu said, a bit of a too much of a contrast, and patterns not so very comfortable. So I'll go for a 5.
5 out of 10. Flooring.
Flooring is basically a black and white theme they've used. So it's too contrasting, mostly white vitrified flooring with black edging. Maybe a slightly different mode of flooring with white color, like a granite, rough granite or something, to replace the black would have been ideal. But here that is too contrasting, and when you take the bedroom, they've gone for wooden flooring. That also actually they've gone for the same cupboards and vibrant colors. Wooden flooring with vibrant colors doesn't match well. So flooring, I'll go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10, Ms. Sudha.
True, the flooring was disappointing. Given a theme like a traditional house, I would have expected some kind of terracotta tile somewhere, some richness in that would have come out. It would have looked so beautiful. Somehow that's totally missing there, so I was very disappointed. I'm giving only 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. Wardrobe.
Wardrobe for me is a total disappointment. I would say that wardrobe could have been done nicely, but they've gone for 2 shutters, that 2 color, which is not coordinated with anything. I'll go for 4.
4 out of 10, Ms. Sudha.
Wardrobes, yes, they probably matched the colors of the bedrooms. But bedrooms are like a rainbow. You have so many colors, so many different styles of bedrooms, and they've used laminates of different shades and very small shutters. That's what gives it so much texture in the wardrobe. So I'll go for a 5.
5 out of 10. paintings?
Painting actually externally it's a white color and the terracotta roofing. Again the roofing terracotta is colored, so that could have been a much richer color to suit the character they were trying to follow. But inside lot of vibrant colors, purple, violet, pink. I've seen lot of colors in one room itself, so I'll go for 4.5.
4.5 out of 10, and what's your
Yeah,
opinion?
so true. I'm just waiting for the tiles to get on the pile, it'll look good. So once that comes up, I guess the it'll sober down the
yeah.
contrast too much. But the interior colors, I don't know, maybe it's a personal choice, but it just doesn't have a richness or a feel to the whole thing. So I'll go for a 4.8.
4.8 out of 10. Value for money.
5.
5 out of 10. What about you?
5.
Again 5 out of 10, and calculating the marks, the total marks given by Mr. Jibbo is 51 and by Ms. Sudha 52.3, which is making a total of 103.3. So with this, we're winding up today's beautiful episode. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, this is Archana Ravi and the entire team of Dream Home Season 7, powered by Jones & Tiles, co-presented by ACC Cements, Prayag HPL Wires and Asset Home, signing off.